need you guys to give it up for the Emmy Award-winning actor and rapper, Jharrel Jerome, moderated by Bima Williams. Yeah, get it.
All these eyes on me, I believe that looks could kill. To keep it real, can't follow the wave, can't follow the wave. No.
How's it going, fam?
No longer
Good.
the same, no longer the same.
Yo, what's up, CultureCon?
Yo, y'all make some noise for Jharrel. Yo, fam, how you feeling?
I feel great. This
Man.
is wild.
It's wild, man. So
Yeah.
many beautiful creatives out here, enjoying this conversation, man. You got a couple different bags, you know what I mean? Like, you're truly a multi-hyphenate creative. And so I wanted to ask you, when you think about others that have come before you, and as you look to where you want your career to go, are there folks that you're inspired by that you look to for inspiration today?
Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
I think he's an artist who's been able to just dabble in both fields without any reservation, no limitations. He just goes for it. And even Lady Gaga, you know what I'm saying? Like Lady
real
Gaga,
talk.
we've all known her as an artist and a musician, and then when A Star Is Born came out, I think our minds just kind of had a switch, and we respected her in a different light. And you could tell she didn't just show up to get some money or to get a little more fame or anything like that. She showed up to do the work and to transform. And so artists like that who are willing to just have no limits and do both, that's what inspires me.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the Lady Gaga example, because it's truly like, it felt like a transformative period for her in that film and in that piece, you know what I mean?
Exactly. You know who's another artist? Rest in peace, but Tupac.
Yes,
Tupac, I
fam.
think, before he passed, would have been the first artist to dominate music and dominate acting. I think he was only getting better and better with every role he was getting.
With every
you know
film,
what
he
I'm
was
saying?
definitely only getting better.
I think all it took was the right side of Hollywood to cast him, in projects that were a bit stronger, for him to really, but I think he would have definitely been somebody.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
When you think about kind of the two spaces that you've been in and the one that you're really focused in now, from acting to music, is there one that comes a little bit more natural to you, or one that you feel like you work a little harder at, or do they both kind of just come organically?
Music's hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, just making music in general is a tricky thing to do. I think in order to do it, you have to just have a serious passion for it and care enough about it. But I fell in love with the idea of music before I was an actor. I was 11 years old. I'm from the Bronx. Anybody from the Bronx, BX? So by the time, I'm 11 years old, naturally rapping at the park. Like, in order for me to do a pickup game at the park, they were like, no, spit a 16 if you're trying to join this game. So I'm like, all right. So it came naturally in terms of the territory and my life. But then I went to LaGuardia High School, and that opened up my love for acting, and just
It took off from there. That's where your focus was at the time.
Absolutely.
How have you started kind of shifting into the music side, right? Because you have a project coming out, Someone I'm Not.
Yeah.
And you started to release different packs around that project, 2 EPs. Talk to us about Rap Pack. Talk to us about, like, how did you start to go into this direction?
Right. I'm not sure who can hear me, but I'm going to just say this. I think y'all know me as an actor, but I'm here because I make music too. And so I got a couple little bops out, all right? Some like ditties. So if you want to go on my page and go listen, it's all right. But I'm only saying that because I'm just in love with the idea of doing art, and I just have no limit to it. So Rat Pack and Trip Pack are the names of these little EPs that I put out, and it's really just, if I'm 45 years old and I think back and I'm like, I never put out music, I would be bummed. There'd be a part of my heart that wasn't satisfied. So for me, it's like no pressure to it. I just want to do it.
You just go in the booth and release.
I'm just gonna do it, yeah.
Now tell me about, you as an actor, as you already stated, like you're an Emmy Award-winning actor, right? And you receive recognition. Yeah, y'all make some noise. You receive, that recognition, right? The folks here are aware of that. When you think about this music direction of your career, does it matter if you receive that level of recognition? Like, what is meaningful to you in this direction?
In terms of the music?
Yeah.
I mean, it's immense pressure. You know what I'm saying? I think the Emmy was a blessing. I feel spoiled, but at the same time, it comes with what's next.
Yeah.
You know, what's next for you? Can you top it? Can you keep doing it? So there's a big reason why I have been quiet and I haven't been rushing to the next project, because I just want to make sure that the project challenges me the way the last one did, you know? And that's not easy. Projects that I've been a part of, they don't come around often, you know what I'm saying? So as an artist, I know that people are looking at me like, all right, you want to rap? That's cool, but what's it for? What's it about? And so those are the questions that I got to answer in order to gain the respect and in order to garner a certain attention for it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm willing to take those questions and I'm willing to roll with those punches, you know?
I think some of those questions also can impact you mentally, right? Sometimes
Absolutely.
every creative is going to process that differently. Some of us, it may cause imposter syndrome. With you, how do you navigate when you're getting things like that and you really just want to focus on your music? How do you kind of keep a lot of that stuff away?
Yeah, like just block the world out type. It's hard, man. Like, confidence, you know what I'm saying? Just belief in yourself. There's been mad times I'm in the studio and I would just walk out because I'm like, why am I in here? Everything's going well. I'm acting. This is nice. You know, why do I have to spend time making music? But then I go back in the studio because the passion is so strong and I can't not do it. And so as long as that sense of urgency is there for me, I can handle the pressure, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Stay focused. Talk to me when we think about Someone I'm Not. What can we expect to hear on this project, you know, sonically and lyrically and the themes? Like, where are you taking us on this journey? At least what you could share without giving away too much.
I think if you listen to my music and the project, you're gonna get the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get New York. You're gonna hear a lot of storytelling over jazz beats, over samples. A lot of what hip hop is not doing right now.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I think I'm dropping 16 songs. Like by November there'll be 16 songs out, and I think by the end of all this, thank you. I appreciate it. And then hopefully by the end of the 16, there's just a level of respect there that's like, listen, I don't know where this is going, but the kid is nice. He can rap, you know. He can rap, and I'm only hoping to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so.
You can only get better if you just keep doing it, right?
Exactly.
Are there any artists that you're like, I would love to work with from a collaborative standpoint?
I'm getting a lot of like Kendrick Lamar comparisons. So if I got in the studio with K-Dot, that's crazy.
Speak on it.
That's crazy. that's crazy.
That speaking of, I think a lot of those comparisons came, at least when I was listening, I heard it on Chinatown, right? The track Chinatown.
Say it one time.
The track Chinatown.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I heard a lot of those comparisons.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that, right? Because then that could bring pressure, that could bring expectation.
I was gonna say this, like, comparisons are great if you're being compared to the greats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's pressure to it, of course, but all of my favorite artists at some point sounded like somebody else until they found their form.
Yes.
And so if early on I'm putting out music and the first thing people are saying is, yo, that sound like Kendrick Lamar, that sound like this, I don't take it as an insult as much as I take it as, well, thank you. When I was 15, Good Kid, Mad City came out, and that's all I listened to for like 8 months straight. So I think naturally it's in there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, naturally you'll have some of that character as a part of the music that you're bringing forth, right?
Yeah.
Who are some of the folks that you're collaborating with on Someone I'm Not and the 2 EPs that have come out, Rap Pack and Trip Pack? Who are some of these folks?
A lot of the people I work with are just local friends that I've connected with. That's why I'm excited. These 16 songs I have coming out, it's not like I jumped in with Pharrell, you know what I'm saying, or Timbaland. Like, I didn't use any of the acting power to like get into any rooms. I just been on the ground with it with some friends that I came up with, and then just people I met out living out in LA and stuff like that. But these are artists who are so talented and devoted, and they really mess with me. And so it's just been this tight-knit family. And so I hope when I do jump in with Pharrell, they're there too. You know what I'm saying?
I want to jump in on something you just mentioned. You said you didn't use the actor card to push for certain relationships, certain producers, and things like that. Why is it important for you to do it the way that you're doing it, right? Working with, friends that you know and people that really authentically want to support you on this journey. Why that route?
Because I want the respect more than anything. Like, the streaming, the numbers, that's all cool, but in terms of like the validation I need from the world, I have been blessed to have it in a way, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not out here doing it like, yo, Drake, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be top Billboard, none of that stuff. I'm just, I'm doing it because the passion's there, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's not about getting into a room with a hot name because I happen to have gotten some credit, To me, it's like, I want the hot name to call me and say, yo, I heard them tracks. Let's do something.
I love that. I love that. So. It's funny, when I was talking to Eve from Dreamville, someone in the audience had asked him about, like, how do I get, get your attention? Like, I have my beats and all this stuff. And, he said his advice was, he's like, stop spending so much time trying to find me. Figure out how to get me to find you, right?
Exactly.
When you can create that heat, it just makes that connection so much better. You don't feel like you're trying to sell anybody anything.
And I feel like the respect is there. You know what I'm saying? I entered with respect as opposed to I entered with notoriety or fame.
Yeah. Now, you also brought your love of filmmaking into this project, right? You have these two beautiful films that are music videos that are accompanying two of your tracks. Why that? Tell me kind of what was the inspiration behind those?
Because I'm getting this question a lot now that I'm getting into music or just letting some songs out. It's like, the question is, are you going to stop acting? Hell no. No. I would never stop acting. I love film, I love acting. So if I do this music and I focus on the music, I'm always going to want to blend it and put the both worlds together. That's why I don't want a stage name or like Lil Rome. Like, I'm just like Jharrel Jerome, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to always, both worlds mean so much to me. If you ask me what do I love more, I cannot answer the question, and don't try to get me to answer.
That's why you bring them both together. I think that's the benefit of being a multi-hyphenate, is you can bring those things together in a cohesive manner. In this era of snackable content, those films are a little bit longer than snackable. What was the thinking there, and like, what was your hope to kind of communicate to the folks that are viewing it, right? When in this era where we're kind of just swiping through things, like, you're asking us to sit with it.
I think that just goes back to my answer earlier, similarly, where I'm not trying to get the streams or the viral. I have a strong fan base right now, and it's for them, and then they'll take it and they'll go, but I suck with social media. If you know me, I'm terrible. Like, I'm not good on Instagram. I just got a TikTok this year, and I don't even run it myself. I'm paying somebody to run it, which is annoying. But it's not me. So for me, it's like, again, the passion is so strong, and I'm an actor and I love film, so I want to just do it my way. I'm gonna do it my way, or it's the highway. I'm with this.
Yeah, I'm not trying to play to a trend, not trying to play to these algorithms. Like, I'm just trying to put out my art.
I'll tell you what, if this music thing pop for me, this is gonna be dope. This whole conversation. It's gonna make more sense, and it's gonna be cool. But I'm not in a rush, and I'm not in a place where I'm sitting here like, hey, yo. I'm comfortable where I'm at. I just have to do it. I have to.
I respect that, man.
Yeah.
I respect that a lot. Talk to me about the creative partner you work with on your films, Show Me Patwari, correct?
Yeah, Show Me.
How did you two connect?
My music manager actually plugged me in. I don't know if you guys know Show Me Patwari, but he's an incredible music video director and creative. He's done a ton of big profile artists, and I got really lucky to put together music videos with him and stuff. So if you go listen to my music, you'll see some videos along with it. He's great. He's a genius, and I wrote the whole thing, like the whole film, and I thought when I pulled up to the meeting, he was gonna be like, all right, that's cool, but let's do this. Yeah. But he wasn't. He was like, this is fantastic, and he ran with it. Because that
happens, right? Sometimes in these projects, you're like, yo, this is the vision where we're going. They're like, nah, and you start butting heads.
Right.
What was it about, Show Me, where it just kind of made sense for the two of you?
One more time?
I said, what was it about Show Me and his approach that made sense for you two to connect?
Because he's done music videos, but he's really a filmmaker. He's really a cinematic filmmaker. He has such a great cinematic eye. And, you know, I didn't want to just do the whole typical, like, ass twerking behind me the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, he has the ideas of, what do you call it? High-end art, like just like out-the-box abstract stuff, and I'm so into that.
It's more like an art house approach.
Yeah, art house, yeah.
Talk to me about the approach of, because your album is going to be made up of 4 EPs, is that correct? Right, so that's 4 EPs making up your album versus just putting out a project all in one. You're not giving us like 30 songs at once.
Yeah.
What was the thinking going behind breaking it up in this way and kind of taking us on the journey with you?
So I had been making music, I've been making music for 7 years now, and I have never put anything out. I have over like 300 songs on my phone of mine, and I'm gonna drop 16 of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to really find the ones that meant the most to me and that I felt the most tapped in. And I realized, how do I give 16 songs out without like people looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? This is so much, like, chill out. Like, one at a time, my boy.
Yeah.
So that's when I came up with the idea of splitting it 4, 4, 4, 4. And then by the end, it'll be a full 16. And each pack is so different and has such a different style to it. And when you listen, I did that purposefully. The first pack is called Rap Pack. I'm just barring up over, like, boom bap instrumentals.
Yep.
Then I do Trip Pack. And that's trippy music. That's like if you're into shrooms, you take shrooms and listen, or don't do drugs at the same time. But it's more out-the-box experimental. Then my next pack that I'm actually dropping next week is the Love Pack, and it's a little bit for the ladies, a little bit for the, like, you know, smooth side of things, so I can show range.
Right.
And then the Trap Pack is the last pack where I'm just having fun and I'm not taking myself so serious over subs and 808s and things like that.
Yeah.
And so by the end of all 16, you're like, all right, well, he can rap, but he can also sing a little bit. He's also smooth. He's also a bit aggressive. He's also quiet. He's also loud. Like, it's no box type.
Yeah, you're giving a variety to it, right? And I think folks would appreciate that, right? Especially, like, you kind of spoke a little bit on your thoughts on where you feel like music is today. And, you know, there is room for a lot more. So I'm excited to hear it myself, fam.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about Hip Hop 50, right? You know, 50 years ago, you know, hip hop was born at a summer party in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Given that you're from the Bronx, right? What does it mean to you to be able to contribute to the 50th year of hip hop?
I'll probably always thank the Bronx for the reason why I rap. It was one of those things where it came with the territory. Like, you know, it's 2000, I'm young, all right? It's 2001 and 2, and it's not even actually, it's like 2004 and 5, and I'm finally starting to go outside, hang out in the park, and you see a circle of guys, and you think a fight's going on. You go up to the circle, they just rapping.
They just rapping.
They just rapping and you know what I'm saying? So it just, it came very natural. I was also thinking about this. Hip-hop's 50 years old. Imagine if we thought of hip-hop like a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like an actual person. How do you view a 50-year-old? You know, like, it's that mix between, wow, you have so much life left, but you live, though. You know what I'm saying? You're wise, but you still got stuff to learn.
You still got stuff you got to learn.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was just thinking about that the other day. Trippy.
Yeah, totally, man.
Yeah.
Now, before we leave, can you tell us when Someone I'm Not is actually dropping?
By November 11th, all the songs will be out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fire, fan. Well, we're looking forward to it. Y'all make some
sure.
noise for Jharrel.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, fam.